Round start.
Fantastic! Unbelievable!
Hello everybody, my name is Katastrofy Games and welcome to a new kind of video that I'm going to be doing. It is a tips and tricks video on the new extraction shooter that is up and coming called Hawked. If you don't know much about Hawked, it's kind of like if the Hunt Showdown had a baby with Fortnite and that baby grew up to be an extraction shooter that has this sort of cartoony comic bookish design. I'm thinking of doing this in multiple parts because there's just so much to cover. The game is so new after all, and there's a lot of information that people might be searching for or that people might not know, and stuff that I feel, could be important whether you want to be a better gamer in the game or you just want to find new interests or new games and think that this game might be right for you. So with that all being said, please be sure to leave a like and to subscribe if you want to see more, or if you found this mildly interesting / entertaining / helpful. So the first thing that I want to talk about is, well, it's got nothing really to do with the game mechanics yet, though it does play a big-ish, sort of major-ish part. The thing about Hawked is that there's a lot of variation in terms of play styles and in terms of how games and matches may go. You can cater to a specific play style that you might prefer, or maybe you want to try different play styles, or you want to try and build your own type of play style. You can kind of do that in Hawked because there's so many little factors that adds variation to the gameplay. So let's kick things off by going to the character quarters. This is sort of like your character's bedroom / safe space or rest spot when you want to go and you want to chill out or edit your abilities and whatnot. You can locate it in the main Grail area just right here, right next to this battle pass station. And all you gotta do is just walk up to this cool little elevator, press E to access, and then whoop, you get sucked down into your bedroom. So this bedroom's pretty nice. You got your guitars, you got your arcade machine, your punching bag for training. You can't really interact with a lot of the stuff. So far it's all decorative and all display. By the way, look at this. Isn't that cool? At first I thought we were in outer space, but we're actually underwater, it looks like, because there's a shark. You see that? So that's awesome. And there's comic books and stuff all around. There's a cheeseburger cookie sandwich thing, banana. Yeah, lots of Coca-Cola, all the beverages in the fridge. We're not going thirsty today. But the reason why I came down here, the main reason why I came down here, is because I want to talk about these two stations that are available in your bedroom or the quarters, the living quarters. So first, let's talk about the customization area. This area looks like this right here, looks like a locker. And once you go up to it and press E, this is where you can edit or create a character of your personal preference and your choice. The reason why I choose a female character is actually, it's probably completely false and unrealistic, but I just feel like the female characters are easier to dodge bullets with and easier to hide with. That's probably going to be my first tip, is if you want all the advantages in the game, as many advantages as you can get, I would suggest maybe try a female character, because the male model, if I do this side-to-side comparison, you can see that the male model is a little bit thicker, especially around the shoulders and arms area. So I feel like when you're trying to hide behind any of the bushes or the rocks when you're on the Exiles map, Exiles is the main map that you're going to be treasure hunting on, the males kind of stand out a little bit more. Plus, when you're in the Hawked, I guess, battle area, you're gonna have this red highlight around you so that people can identify you as an enemy. So you do stick out a little bit more in the game, as opposed to something like Fortnite, where there's not really this sort of highlight around every player. So in my opinion, it's just better to be the smaller model. Plus, I don't know, the female model just looks pretty sick. If I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty nice. So here you can obviously change from male to female, female to male, whatever you want. And you can change your appearance in terms of your skin color, eye color, hair color. You your face type. The headwear, body, and leg wear is all stuff that you can also change, and you can unlock new leg wear, body, and headwear from like the battle pass and from leveling up your account. So, you know, make sure to come back here and try on some new outfits that you may have earned just from playing. For example, I think I got this one. This one looks really cool. I can be like a ninja. I'm gonna stick to this because I don't know. This is what I started with, so I like it.
And
Going for like a
that's
cool
how you
She-Hulk
fatten the
thing.
bottom line.
Oh, I just clicked that. Right, this is where you can edit and change your
that's how you
voice.
fatten the bottom line.
Interesting.
Somebody's close.
Somebody is close. You are too close to the camera. Anyways, that's where you can also change your voice from male to female if you want. So if you want to be funny, you can have like a male guy with like a female voice, I guess. Also, quick side note, if you change your avatar and everything, it doesn't change like your progress in the game. So it's not like you're creating a new character. I think it's just purely cosmetics. The next thing that you can edit here is your items. Items are pretty cool. The backpack, for example, pretty much just an aesthetic thing. When you look at the backpack here, it looks different than when I look at the backpack like regularly. As you can see, it's different. That's because I think that when you go here, it's showing you what the backpack looks like when you extract with an artifact. We're gonna talk more about artifacts later on, but right now we got to get through this. So the next thing is the traverser. It's sort of like your grappling hook in the game, which is pretty cool. So kind of like an Apex when you're zip lining across everything, except this time you have like a grappling hook. The other best way I can describe it is if you've ever played Mirror's Edge. Like Mirror's Edge 2, I think they had like a grappling hook where you can just latch onto ledges and stuff. So that's pretty cool. You can also edit your hoverboard, which is like this surfboard rocket thing that you can use while traveling on water. It's just nice, easy, fast travel without burning your stamina. You can edit the locker and souvenirs. I haven't unlocked any souvenirs and I've never really seen souvenirs yet, but once those come out, you can edit them here too. Then there's your weapons, your weapon skins. If you drop your weapon with the skin, then your enemy or your ally can have the skinned weapon. So far, I've only unlocked 2, but you can add them to every weapon to make your weapons look a little bit cooler. I think that it could be a viable strategy to just put skins on the weapons that you like. That way they're more recognizable, because sometimes the guns look way too similar. For example, sometimes the Tyrant kind of looks like an LMG, but this is a shotgun. So sometimes I pick it up thinking it's an LMG, and then when I start fighting, I'm like, oh wait, it's a shotgun, and I can't really hit anybody with it. Same with like something like the Trident and the Zed. Sometimes when you're just running by and just looking at them, they look really similar. I mean, even right now, like when you look at it, realistically, like the only difference is probably just like the mag. The main difference is like the mag is kind of longer, and then like the scope is different. So yeah, that's like something that you kind of have to look out for. The barrel too, I guess, is different. Next up is color. This just changes the color of your outfit, so you can, I guess, if you want to just stand out, or if you want your squad mates to recognize you. Say you want to build a squad where everyone's pink so that you can easily recognize, you know, who's an ally and who's not. Because honestly, sometimes people or player models in the game look too similar, and sometimes an enemy can just like run right past you or right in front of you, and you don't even realize it's an enemy. Even with like the red highlight, sometimes you just kind of like ignore it in your brain, I feel like, or just me personally, I kind of ignore that red highlight in my brain sometimes. And it's like, oh wait, no, that's an enemy. So yeah, that's all you can do to edit your character's aesthetics. Next up, what we're going to talk about is your loadouts. The main portion of your loadout is going to be comprised of your artifacts. Your artifacts are essentially the main treasures and the objectives whenever you go to play PvP. These are the things that you want to extract with and hopefully, you know, not die with it on you, because if you die with it on you, then you lose it. Or I should say, if you die after collecting it, you lose it. But once you have it, once you've extracted with it successfully, you can add those trinkets, or not trinkets, you can add those artifacts to your loadout. So you can access your loadout from this station right here in your quarters. You just walk up to it and press E to use, and it brings out your loadout. Or if you're anywhere within the Grail facilities, Grail is this big company and this big submarine thing that we're in, all you gotta do is press L on your keyboard, and that pulls out your loadout. Now, as you can see, your loadout again is comprised of 3 parts. The main parts that you're probably going to focus on are your artifacts and your gears. So let's talk about those first. First off, again, your artifacts. These are the treasures that you are hunting for. Each treasure is different and it gives you certain buffs and perks essentially. So for example, this treasure, the Nimble Newt, is an artifact, and I've upgraded it to the rare utility. It increases sprint speed and reduces the stamina cost of sprinting by 25% when unarmed. Run faster, run further. So again, these are all the types of, well, it's not all of them, but artifacts are essentially the perks that you want to use so that you can build a kit for your character to, I guess, cater to your style of play or how you prefer to play. For example, I prefer to be like a hit and runner, kind of like Lara Croft from Tomb Raider, you know. I just want to get in and get out. I don't really want to fight much, but I do want to be able to slow people down and to just make it out alive with the treasure in hand. So that's why I go the running Nimble Newt. Then I go the Vessel Flute, which heals me when I'm down. And, you know, if I'm down long enough with it, it revives me. And then the Pure Water Elixir, which heals me when I get damaged. So that's kind of like my style of build. But if you wanted to be like a fighter or something, I guess you would go with Omni Repeater, which helps reload your guns faster or better. And then the Elder's Mask, which basically acts as like an extra 50 point shield. And then the Blooded Blade, which will help you use your what are they called? Abilities? Not abilities. What are they called? Abilities? Your gears. They'll help you use your gears. But yeah, so mess around with your artifacts and see what caters to your style of play. Also, one more thing about the artifacts, because I didn't mention it. In order to upgrade your artifacts, you need both Hawks and Wondarium. These are two in-game currencies that you can get from successful extractions. Hawks you mainly get from extracting properly and from selling trinkets or artifacts. You will see that there's a difference when you collect different kinds of treasures. Trinkets are like these little like historical items that you can pick up and you can sell them for a bit of Hawks. And then artifacts again are, well, basically the special main treasures that you want to extract with. You can sell and decraft both trinkets and artifacts if you want, in order to get Wondarium or Hawks, whichever you need. The reason why you need Hawks and Wondarium is because not only do they help you upgrade your gear, but you need Hawks so that you can upgrade your loyalty. Upgrading your loyalty allows you to, I guess, be at a high enough level to have different types of gear. So loyalty is kind of like your character's level, and once you upgrade that level, you are allowed access to different types of utility. So now let's talk about the gears. There are two main gears in the game so far, the Exo Gears and the Ward Gears. So far, I found that Exo Gears are primarily to assist you in combat, while the Ward Gears seem to primarily assist you with escaping and extracting. So as we can see here, if we go to gears, in the Exo Gears, they seem to mainly be tools that you can use to either damage your enemies, set them on fire, do on-hit damage to them, or seek them out, or even block bullets and slow enemies down if they're chasing you. Then the Ward Gears, they pretty much help you escape sticky situations. So this one clears things if you're getting surrounded. This one helps you run fast. This one heals you so that you can live. And this one gives you more like consumables and grenades and ammo and stuff. Now let's get on to boosters. Unlike with gears and artifacts, boosters can actually be lost once you go into the X Isles map and if you fail to extract. So if you die, you're going to lose your boosters. I don't know if it's like if you get downed and die. I think if you res, like if you're revived by your teammate, then you still get to keep your boosters. I think it's just a failed extract where you don't get to keep your boosters. So boosters are great. They do all sorts of different things, so make sure to look out for them. You can purchase them for Hawks at the store or in your loadout screen. So make sure you see what each oh, I have a new booster here, the Hunter's Ire. Interesting. So make sure you check out what each booster does and see what you want to bring onto the island. But remember, there's a risk if you take them onto the island because you will lose them and have to buy them again if you fail to extract. All right, so now that we're done with all of that, let's take a quick visit to the shop so I can show you what I mean by selling and deconstructing and like crafting and all this stuff. So you're gonna want to go to Grail, and this guy's name I think is GE0, Geo. So this is Geo here, and the main things that you're going to be doing with Geo is increasing your loyalty, buying new gear or new bonuses, and selling your trinkets or your artifacts. So let's go over here and sell. I have nothing so far to sell. I don't recommend selling any of your artifacts unless you actually have a duplicate artifact, which I've done before. And even if you do want to sell an artifact, deconstruct it instead of selling it, because deconstructing it actually gives you a lot of Wondarium. And remember, Wondarium is important for leveling up your artifacts and your gear. But let's say I had a trinket. You can either get a green trinket, which I think is like this, there's like this pottery bowl and like this ocarina thing and this like oil lamp. And then the ocarina is the rare trinket. That's going to be the blue trinket. So the blue trinket can actually be deconstructed, but the green trinkets cannot be deconstructed. They can only be sold. Too bad I don't have any to show you for the video, but I'm sure you'll come across it on your own. Now let's go to increasing loyalty. This is super important because, again, as I said, you have to increase your loyalty. Well, I guess you get like these loyalty banners and loyalty resets and stuff, but you have to increase your loyalty in order to buy certain things. So because I increased my loyalty to a loyalty of 6, I think I can afford... Yes, I can now get the kickback coin gear, which is an exo gear that allows me to toss a coin that hovers for 7 seconds. You and your allies' bullets will ricochet off the coin at the nearest enemy target to it. Time your shots for a more accurate ricochet. Really cool, really sick, especially if you want to shoot someone who's hiding behind a corner. That could be really helpful. But yeah, you increase your loyalty, you get different gears. For example, this needs a loyalty of 8, but I'm a loyalty of 6, so I can't get the cohort's kite. Can I get anything here? Oh, I can also get the familiar boon. Oh, cool. That's good to know. That's good to know. Let's see, is there anything else here? Right, you can also buy cosmetics from Geo. So these are just like different types of legwear. People often, like, again, more to like personalization, but not stuff that you can unlock. But hey, it costs in-game currency, so why not? This looks cool. I would want to get that. And what is this? Oh, that looks nice. I would want to get that too. Again, you only get like a lot of hawks through successful extractions and from selling your trinkets and your... Basically, whatever loot and whatever treasure you successfully extract with, you can sell it for hawks and hopefully buy whatever you want from Geo, depending on your loyalty level, of course. One other thing I probably should mention is that because loyalty is such a big deal, I don't really see it happening to me anymore, but I think when you're lower levels, so especially for beginner players and lower levels, try your best to see if there's any dialogue with any of the NPCs, because when you talk to them, you actually get a little bit of loyalty progress on your loyalty towards your next loyalty level. I don't have any, I guess, because I've been playing the game for a little bit trying to discover things. But yeah, that's gonna be it, I guess, for all of the tips and tricks so far. Aside, everyone just made a huge wall of jelly. That's cool. Let me get in that. Whee! This is so cool. Hey, yeah, the pink squad. Look at them. Look at them, pink squad. Yeah, can I join in on this? Let's join in on this. What's up, homie? How's it going? How's it going? Yeah. All right, we're having fun here. Please be sure to leave a like and to subscribe if you want to see more. I hope that this video helped you out. Remember, this is only part 1. I'm hoping to do multiple parts. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.